What's up, nerds? We are here at the movie theater doing this review immediately after. This is your official spoiler alert. You have been warned. We will talk about this movie in some detail, so don't say we didn't warn you. Super Dave, let's get into it, shall we?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's hit that intro first, though.
Generally nerdy.
All right, nerds, we are here for another review. This one is a special event, though. As you can see, we're not in the home studio. We are at the movie theater doing it with Super Dave Rains and the Big Show. Shout out to the Super Dave Rains and the Big Show. And because this is a special event for Generally Nerdy, we do have to take care of a little bit of housekeeping. So thank you guys for the Regal. You do the intro for the theater, because I'm terrible at it.
Exactly. Hey, what's happening? It's been a while. It's good to see you again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, everybody in Generally Nerdy Nation. It's good to be here for
Joker.
Really, this is your special edition show.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm just a special guest.
I just need you to let them know where we are.
Right. So we are at Regal Cinema, United Artists, Colorado Center 9 and IMAX here in beautiful Denver, Colorado, right next to Dave & Buster's. And we just finished seeing the Joker, so I want to plug this. We're going to be talking about this a lot. So Regal Unlimited. So it's like $21 or $23.
I think they said
month.
21 in the theater, yeah.
21, and you have to sign up for a year, but you pretty much get unlimited movies. So we'll have more about Regal Unlimited
in upcoming videos
and on Super Dave Rains and the Big Show, as well as Generally Nerdy.
Yep.
So look out for that.
So, all right, housekeeping's out of the way.
Right.
we got to talk about this movie. So, if you're watching right now on Instagram, we just did a whole lot of intro, and now we have to do a real quick your lightning review is how I wanted to start this. So, lightning review out of 5 chuckles.
I give it 4.5.
Easy.
Yeah.
No, I was feeling 4.5 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And we're going to quantify that if you're watching the longer version of this video. We're definitely going to quantify that a little bit, but this movie is a must see.
Absolutely.
Yep.
If you are a comic book fan, if you are a fan of comic book movies, you must see this movie.
Yes.
It is. I always have said that Heath Ledger is the greatest portrayal of a villain on screen. He probably still is.
Right.
But Joaquin Phoenix is not that far behind him.
That's a great segue into what I wanted to talk about.
Right.
Because this is based on comic book characters.
Right.
This is not necessarily a comic book movie, really, by any stretch of the imagination.
I would agree with that.
So if you're coming into this movie and you're expecting to see crazy action scenes and big explosions and all kinds of that kind of stock and trade, you're going to be disappointed, because there is a lot more depth to this than just shiny, give me popcorn.
Right.
This movie, I feel like, is saying something more than we've ever experienced with comic book movies.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like there's a deeper conversation here that Todd Phillips is trying to have with us. So much so that there were really no Easter eggs. Did you catch any Easter eggs in this?
I did a few, and it was early on. I mean, the references to Thomas Wayne.
Right. That's not really an Easter egg, though, because Thomas Wayne's a character.
Yeah, he's a character, but there were some references.
Some passing references.
Passing references to Bruce Wayne and Batman.
Right.
And what was coming. But no, this was a slow burn.
Yeah.
And what Todd Phillips has done with this movie is brilliant, because what I found disturbing is this is like a reflection of what's going on today, taken to a little bit of an extreme to
Mm-hmm.
kind of show, okay, if we don't back away from the ledge, then this is what we could fall into.
Right.
So
So generally, when I do a review, I find 3 areas to review. Usually, when it's comic book related, we do
Right.
mythology, we do story, and then we do just general quality.
Right.
So I feel like mythology would be a little bit of, which would be selling this movie short, because this movie, as far as comic book mythology goes, there's not a whole lot there. So
Right.
the mythology grade would be really low, and that would tank this. So I'm padding this a little bit, just so you guys know. But so we're gonna ditch mythology. We're gonna go straight to story. So as far as this story, the story that this movie was telling, what letter grade would you give this? A, B, C, D, or fail?
I would give it an A. Yeah. And then I would say that this is not a mythology film.
Right.
This is a woke film. This is this is a hey.
This is a wake up film.
Yeah, this is a wake up film.
Yeah, not like woke, like
Not
SJW
woke.
kind of woke.
Yeah,
this
not-
is
yeah,
this
not
is a wake up
SJW,
because we're going crazy.
This is wake up because the SJWs are about to blow our society to
Right,
hell.
right.
So, and I think you've gotten a little bit of, pushback on all that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it started kind of for me with Dave Chappelle, Sticks and Stones.
I feel like
And then
that's
it's been taken up.
Yeah.
And then we've gotten to this, but story A.
absolutely
This is a slow burn, and
This-
it's so well
yeah.
told.
The story in this, so that's where this movie shines the most. I
Oh,
feel like
God,
story
yes.
and character development, like the whole first half, not even just the first act, but the first half of this movie is character development. You're
Yeah.
getting to know who this Arthur Fleck person is.
Right.
And not just him, but the world he lives in, which is storytelling mastery.
It was, yeah, absolutely.
So absolutely, I 100% agree. I'm going like a 98 for this. So absolutely an A. That's storytelling.
Yeah,
we're going 100% A,
Right.
A plus even. You might make that argument. All right. So storytelling out of the way. We're gonna go technical. So as far as the camera movements and camera angles and the writing and all of that stuff, aside from the acting, because that's the general enjoyment
Okay.
part, but all of the technical pieces of this, what letter grade would you give this movie?
I would give it an A.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding you, folks.
Yeah.
The cinematography in this movie, the pacing, we
Yeah,
talked about
I did
storytelling.
not. So as slow as it was, because you say pacing. Sorry, I'll let you finish. But
Yeah.
as you're bringing up pacing, as slow burn as it was, you don't get bored. It's gripping, even though it's taking them a second to get to the point. It's absolutely, you're like, I want to see where the hell they're going. What are they
Exactly.
saying to me? And part of that, since we're talking technical aspects, part of that is because the camera is used so well.
Very well.
Because a lot of those opening shots, a lot of the opening scenes, we're getting Arthur's character, we're getting the Joker in these really narrow up close shots, or we're getting like the framing has him shut in when his mom goes into the hospital. The framing again is really tight and narrow, and then when he finds out everything about his mom, it kind of opens up. So like even visually, the way that they're using these cameras is amazing.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's just you can feel the tension and the emotion. The connection to the character is so built in so strong.
And part of
by
that,
the time you get to where the mom's in the hospital, it's like I felt like the music and the mood.
yeah, for sure.
When we got later into the film, some of it was a little bit, it was disturbing, but it was frightening. It's like, okay, now you know why the Joker's so scary.
Right. I feel like the music cues. There was one weird music cue that felt off when it first happened. When
Right.
when he's in Zazie Beetz' apartment.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it plays that really serious, ominous music cue. It was like, why is this an ominous moment? Because up to that point, and spoiler alert, you saw the spoiler alert at the beginning, which we're gonna have to film in a second.
Okay.
But you saw at the beginning that he's creating this relationship with Zazie Beetz' character, and then they play this music cue when he enters her apartment, which we assume he's done once or twice before. And it's like, why is this getting really ominous? And then she enters the scene, and it's like, oh, because she doesn't know who this motherfucker is.
Right, exactly.
Like, wow, and then everything flips on its head for the way you interpret this character.
I think, for a minute, correct me if I'm wrong, it felt like he was imagining the whole relationship.
He was imagining the whole relationship, and that's what I'm saying, is because all of those shots with her in it, then they go back right in that moment, right after that ominous music cue, and they show those shots again, and she gets removed from the shot.
Yeah.
That was, absolutely. So that also brings into question how much of the rest of the movie is in his head. Obviously, the big twist at the end, or the big surprise at the end, was not in his head because that was all over the news.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
that got him put into jail.
Well,
or whatever,
I think what made that scene so chilling is at that point he was full Joker.
Yep.
He was full,
and I didn't know we were going to get to that.
Yeah, exactly. He was full in a less than a second. I will kill you.
Yeah, absolutely. So my grade on this side of things, on technical, absolutely, we're going. I would say this was masterfully done, 100%, A++. All right, so the last section, general enjoyment, just as a whole, this movie as an experience. What was your letter grade?
Well, I'm gonna say. Well, I mean, I'm kind of a little bit biased, being so heavily into, comic books, DC, Marvel. I mean, that's why they call me Super Dave. But I'm gonna say B, because I don't want to. I guess I'm not saying glorify, but folks, this is not a happy movie.
No.
Okay.
No.
2, this is not for the kids. It's not.
It's an R-rated movie. Like, that's the thing I feel like people
earned that R-rated.
Yeah.
That R rating, and this movie has very serious themes in it.
Yeah.
This is a reflection. I guess the movie took place in the 80s.
See,
that
was another thing that kind of was weird for me, because they're watching a Charlie Chaplin movie like it's new, and that's the 20s. They have answering machines, which happened in the 80s, but then they're treating their talk show host like it's the 70s, and like a lot of the film looked like it was 70s style.
Yeah, I would agree.
The decade is really ambiguous.
Yeah.
But anyway, sorry, continue.
But, look, what Todd Phillips is doing, this is a serious piece of art, okay? That's this is a serious piece of cinematography. Or cinematic art, excuse me. The cinematography was spectacular, I will say that. But he's making a point here.
Yep.
All right? You said it before. Do not go into this movie expecting a, Avengers Endgame
No
or
grand
Justice League or... This is not a grand spectacle. This is a serious movie, and it will get you thinking, and it is intense. There are parts of this movie that are very intense. Some of it's disturbing, but it's so well done.
Yeah.
And I have to, my hat's off to Todd Phillips. The guy, God, and Joaquin Phoenix. I never thought I would see someone come close to Heath Ledger portraying the Joker.
So I love, and my grade for overall enjoyment would probably be right about a 90. There are a couple of things that kind of felt a little uncomfortable, but that's kind of the point, so it's hard for me to give it less than an A, because it accomplished its goal and it was enjoyable from start to finish. But there are things in there that make you go, wait a minute.
Okay, I will give it a B+.
Sure,
that,
no.
But, look, the movie, there was some parts of the movie where folks laughed. But I think the laughter came from nervousness.
Yeah.
And then some of it was like, oh yeah, that's definitely Joker.
Yeah.
But Joker is a frightening character.
Right. So
Frightening.
to kind of expand on your comparison to the Ledger's Joker,
Right.
this version of Joker, like I've said on Facebook a couple of times, and I feel like I said it once or twice in Week in Nerddom or some of the other Generally Nerdy videos. This is not the Joker in the comic books at all.
No.
This is a
No.
proto Joker. This is the guy who inspires the Joker, and even to say it that way kind of undersells who the actual Joker actually is. But this is a sick man. This
Yes.
is a bad man.
Yeah,
but this is not a villain. You know what I mean? Like there's
Yeah,
a difference because the villain has a purpose. And Joker arguably sometimes does and sometimes doesn't. But usually his purpose is at the very least to cause chaos.
Chaos. He's an agent of chaos.
Yeah, what we saw in
And-
this movie was
Right.
not, I mean, he became that,
Yes.
but still not to that same degree. There's still a lot of villainy that happens that the Joker, the actual comic book Joker, pulls off that this Joker, I don't know if he ever could, because he's not as intelligent as the Joker we get in the comic books. He's not as well planned out or well figured as a villain.
Right. And that's a perfect point. I would agree. And that's why Heath Ledger's performance
Yes.
as Joker is so amazing.
Yeah, he's definitely
Because-
not dethroned, but
Yeah.
he's got company.
Right. He captured it. He
Yeah.
captured the villain. He captured the homicidal maniac. I mean, that scene where he was on the pile of money in
Yeah,
Dark Knight,
right?
and he slides
Exactly.
down and he burns it because he doesn't care.
Yeah.
That's not. He could care less.
And the scene with Two-Face in the hospital,
Yeah,
all
the
of that,
hospital,
absolutely,
all of it,
absolutely.
but-
So, and yeah, so I agree with you, though I'm not quite as low on it as you. Your B+ is my A-, so we're
Well,
in relative agreements there. So
yeah.
overall, this still gets an A. Like the
Yes,
overall experience
absolutely.
for this is still absolutely an A.
Yeah, I would agree. It is definitely an A. The physical.
The physicality of Joaquin, is that what you're talking
Yeah,
about?
exactly.
Yeah.
This guy prepared, man. I mean, it was just wow.
It was intense. So
And
that's
he
the other
should-
thing. Walking into this movie, expect a very,
It is
very
very
intense
intense.
experience.
And he should win an Academy Award for this.
Shit, yeah.
Absolutely.
I am not debating
It
that
was, it was
whatsoever.
absolutely amazing.
So that is our review, guys. Thank you for watching Generally Nerdy. Don't forget to check out Big Show Entertainment Network, as I am a part of the Big Show Entertainment
Yeah,
Network.
absolutely.
But check out the rest of the stuff over on that channel. Check out the rest of the stuff on this channel. If you're getting behind on your nerd news, there's a link probably on your screen right about now, or there will be in a minute. You can click the link, click or tap there, or if you're watching on Facebook or Instagram, then check out the YouTube and you can see all that stuff. Facebook and Instagram for Big Show as well. What's up?
right, absolutely. I want to remind everybody.
We still have the contests going.
Yes, Big Show Entertainment Network, Ben, YouTube channel. If you go and you just subscribe and click the bell, you'll be entered in a contest to win a PlayStation Pro 4. And then for Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker, we're going to give away 3 FX lightsabers. So, and we're going to have a big party. We're going to have comic book Nate Kowalski here reading Reagan. So we want everybody to come out for Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
I think it's like December 18th or 19th.
Something like that. Yeah.
But yeah, just wanted to remind you that.
So yeah, absolutely. I try and mention that as often as I can on the channel
Yeah.
for sure. So check out all of that stuff, guys. Go find all of the other GenerallyNerdy.net is the website. Patreon.com/GenerallyNerdy if you want to support more directly. Oh, but before we go, guys, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.